The OnePlus Nord 2T is here in India, and I know everyone's been saying that this is basically the same as the OnePlus Nord 2. It's the same phone. The truth is, it's not. This is not the OnePlus Nord 2. Honestly, I'm really confused why OnePlus has launched this phone, but first, let's take a look at what has changed in the OnePlus Nord 2T. Look, there are basically four differences. The Nord 2T's back now has a matte finish. The processor is the Dimesnity 1300 instead of the 1200. The Nord 2T comes with Oxygen OS 12 on Android 12, and there's a faster 80-watt charger. That's pretty much it. And yeah, these changes are not substantial. In fact, there's one big problem with this phone. I mean, the Dimensity 1300 looks like the biggest change in this phone, right? But when I checked its specs, it's basically the same Dimensity 1200 with the MediaTek HyperEngine 5.0 tech instead of HyperEngine 3.0. Now, if you don't know, HyperEngine is set to bring gaming-related enhancements, but is it a big deal? Not really. The benchmarks of these two chipsets is almost the same too, as you can see in these scores. So there's no real difference in terms of performance, and the Dimensity 1300 is basically the Dimensity 1200, but with worse throttling performance, at least in the Nord 2T. In this test, you can see the Nord 2 going well with the graph in the green, and the 2T is already throttling. It's going red, which is not something I've seen in phones in this segment. So the 2T is throttling bad, and when I check the temperature, it's not actually too hot. It's around 40-41 degrees, which is kind of fine. The Nord 2, on the other hand, is actually hot at 44-45 degrees, but it's not throttling the performance. This makes me think that the OnePlus Nord 2T's performance is capped to make sure it does not heat up too much. Because I've done this test multiple times, and the moment this phone hits 40 degrees, the phone starts to throttle the performance to lower the temperature. Yeah, the throttling here is bad. This is kind of strange because OnePlus has launched the OnePlus Nord 2T in Europe, and I have read some of the reviews and there's no mention of any throttling issues, so maybe OnePlus has capped the performance only in the Indian unit. I mean, think about it, Nord 2's blowing up reports have only come from India, so maybe OnePlus wants to make sure that the Nord 2T does fine in the hot Indian climate. Another change from the Nord 2 is faster charging, and it is faster, but only by a couple of minutes. I mean, the battery remains the same, but there is now an 80-watt SuperVOOC charger in the box, the same charger that you get with the OnePlus 10 Pro. Now, the 80-watt charger isn't exactly crazy fast. Both the 65-watt and 80-watt charger take the Nord 2T and the Nord 2 to 50% in 10 minutes. Yes, it's the same. And the 2T is actually slightly faster to 100%, reaching there in 27 minutes, but it's only a difference of 3 minutes. So like the new Dimensity 1300, the 80-watt charger isn't exactly a big upgrade. Now, like I said, the back has also changed. It's a matte finished Gorilla Glass 5 back, and I think this feels and looks nice, very similar to the 9RT's matte black finish. But I'm not a big fan of this camera module, especially these big rings with tiny little cameras in them. I do like the fact that the alert slider is still here, thankfully. Everything else is the same as the OnePlus Nord 2. There are stereo speakers, but there's no micro SD slot, no headphone jack, and there's no IP rating. Look, if you ask me, the only real actual upgrade in the OnePlus Nord 2T is the fact that it comes with the Oxygen OS 12.1 on top of Android 12.1, which is basically the latest software. I mean, here's the Oxygen OS 12.1 in action, and there's no bloatware here or no ads. And as for updates, OnePlus has promised 2 major Android updates and 3 years of security patches. So basically, these are all the changes that the Nord 2T brings. The display specs remain the same, and this is a good display, but the problem is every other phone in this price range offers a 120Hz AMOLED, while the 2T still has the same 90Hz refresh rate. There's also said to be HDR10 Plus support, but I did not notice HDR support in the Netflix app. The cameras too remain the same in terms of specs, and when I compared the photos from the Nord 2T versus the Nord 2, I did not see any major difference whatsoever, be it in daytime or low light. Yeah, the photos look kind of the same. Video quality is the same too, but strangely, I saw this weird jerk issue on the Nord 2T's video. Just look closely and you'll see it too. Other than that, it's all the same. The front camera is still stuck to 1080p videos. So it's clear that the OnePlus Nord 2T is not an upgrade over the OnePlus Nord 2. I mean, whenever a OnePlus T phone launched in the past, be it the OnePlus 5T, 6T, 7T or 8T, they brought significant improvements. There is nothing like that in the OnePlus Nord 2T. This is basically OnePlus trying to fix Nord 2's problems with the 2T. Honestly, there is only one good reason why OnePlus has launched this. The OnePlus Nord 2 was a good phone, but there was a lot of negativity around it with reports of multiple phones blowing up. This might have affected the sales. So OnePlus went ahead and relaunched the same phone with a fresh air around it. The problem though is that in trying to maybe fix the heating issues, they've created throttling issues on the OnePlus Nord 2T. And yeah, this was just unexpected. See, it's been almost a year since the OnePlus Nord 2 launched, and I just wish that OnePlus would have skipped this phone and instead launched the OnePlus Nord 3 with a bang. Do you guys agree with me on this? Hit like if you do and comment down your opinions in the comment section down below. Also subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos and hit that cute little bell icon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Google Maps के 3 amazing tricks जो आपकी लाइफ बहुत आसान कर देगी. 1 finger zoom अगर आप भी कार या बाइक